Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, Saturday stream. I'll be on for about 2 hours. Yeah, so we just talk about anything. If you're re-watching this, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. And if you ever want to support this channel, I don't have ads on my videos or anything like that. So, and I don't have an income either. My only income is from affiliate links really on YouTube. So if you ever wanted to support me, there's a Patreon account and you'd get your name on there for as long as you're a supporter. That's from $1. But there's also GearBest links, Amazon links, and eBay links. If you shop at those websites, use my links and buy stuff, and I'll get something like 7 to 10% of what you spend at no cost to you. So if you spent, you know, say 100 quid, I could potentially get a tenner from that, and it wouldn't cost you anything extra. Yeah, so you can support me that way without really doing anything but shopping. So, right, I'll go over to the yeah, and there's Amazon, eBay, and GearBest links. So plenty of things to pick from. Right, I'll go over to the comments now. See who's on. Right, so Liam's on. Right, CJ and John and Richard. All right, everything should be set up perfectly. I've got the low latency on as well, so it should be a reasonably short delay. I'll test it again. I'll do a thumbs up and then I'll count till I see that thumbs up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I was counting a bit quick then. But yeah, shouldn't be so much of a delay. Fuck's sake. No, I bloody dropped it, Liam. No, it's not working. I was just testing it out. See if it comes on now. Nah, actually battery's in the wrong way. But yeah, I dropped it and I've done something to it. Yeah, fucked it up. I probably broke it. It don't matter anyway. No, I'm just going to do the pop-up chat. Right, let's put that on. Yeah, I was setting the bloody thing up, dropped it, and yeah, well, I will get another one. I think they're cheap anyway. So Richard's on, 𝐳_Z, Marcus, Callum. Yeah, John said, I'm feeling a lot less like death tonight. That's good. I don't know what you had. What did you have? I had a cold recently, but luckily it was quite a mild one. So I still got a bit of a funny throat now. Yeah, I'll try and show you what it's doing now. Well, they are. Nah, it froze. Yeah, well. Pity. Try and do that another day. Don said no clue, didn't enjoy whatever it is. I've put the slow mode on slightly longer than normal because yesterday I could barely keep up with the comments. But, well, it just means to make a bit more of your one comment for the 40 seconds. Richard said, got my compound bow made, just need to make a better string. The 1000 Kevlar line is stretching like a rubber band. Gonna try some 2,600 pound string, see if that works. Well, that'd be something to look forward to, Rich. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, got a bit of a stretch as it, the old string. That's the only thing you've got to look. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff that's suitable because a lot of stuff, I think even paracord will eventually stretch, don't it? 𝐳_Z's on. Donna Johnson, all right. BJ Timbo, all right. Oh, Liam, I was watching that film earlier, but I was tired when I was watching it and I fell asleep halfway through. So I'm either going to carry on tomorrow or just watch it from the beginning tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know what it is lately. I'm either not getting enough sleep or I'm not sleeping as well as I think I am. And I'll sit there and I'll keep falling asleep. So yeah, I am only getting about 7 hours sleep, which for me is not a lot. I like to have about 8 or 9 hours sleep, really. So yeah, it could be that. Could be because it's so fucking hot in here. The heating's on. Who knows? But yeah, I keep falling asleep anyway. And what's that, booze on? You right, mate? Is that who Donna is, CJ? Is that your sister? Well, all right, Donna. Good to see you on. This shouldn't have a long delay, Marcus. This should have like a look. I'll count it. Look, I'll do a thumbs up and then I'll count till I see the thumbs up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds it should be. It shouldn't be the old 2-minute one it was before. I don't know what that is. This should be quicker than normal, Marcus. Oh, no, you don't mean that anyway, do you, Marcus? Marcus means the delay between when he can comment anyway. I've got you now. Don't bother writing about it. Just add a new comment. I know Marcus hates the old slow mode. It's just too much for me, though. If it's at the minute, I could probably put it down a bit. But tell you what I will do just for now. Because it is a bit slow at the minute. Problem is my bloody computer's slow as anything though at the minute. Alright, once I get the settings back up, I'll put it down a bit. What you all been doing today, then? I ain't really done a lot again today. Cleaned up, cooked my lunch and my dinner. Tried to watch a film but fell asleep. Played some PlayStation 4. Yeah, I'll change the thing in a minute. It's, my computer's going really, really slow. DJ said, Mike, you got your first lady subscriber. Well, I've had a few, but yeah, I suppose that'll be my most recent lady subscriber, so that's good. Well, welcome to the channel, Donna. I don't know what you're going to think of it, especially these chats. Just don't blame me. Weapons off said work. 2 people were off sick again, but we managed okay. I'm about to know, Mike, spear or sword for zombies? Sword probably. Although spear would have longer reach, wouldn't it? But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say sword, but without thinking about it. CJ, he said he's just gardening. Like I said, CJ, the world's a lot better with women in it. Exactly. Thing is, you need a bit of a woman's input on things, I think. Richard said the compound is call it 2 £50 boat of one. It is nice. Right, just for Marcus. For now, I'll put the slow mode to 30 seconds if my computer ever gets around to changing it. I've not noticed anything on my end, if you know what I mean, Liam. My computer is very slow, though, like I said, so it could be that. See what happens. Let's just look at the wire then. So not he said ball spear for me. John said that's good. Whatever I got a couple of months ago left me too weak to do much of anything for 4 days, so I don't like hearing people sick. But that sounds pretty bad, to be honest. Somebody said after that, say that after you've been with the same missus for 20 years. He said it's frozen for me as well. CJ lost connection. Ah, fuck knows then. Let me check this. Yeah, it still seems to be on, so I don't know what's going on there. John said it was cutting out to me. That's weird. Irishman said, "Word up, homies. I think that's how you youngsters greet each other these days." Don was saying hello to her brother. John said, "You're right, mate. Not been on for a while. Things have been busy." Good busy or bad busy? Because you can have sort of good busy, can't you? Been up these advances, well, whatever the market is best for. I'll tell you what I'll risk doing. Has it stopped doing it now, though? Might have been just when I was changing the settings. Not just when my computer slowing down. John said a bit of both. A lot of shit on my plate. John said Iron Man note is going to be bottle caps. So it's all right now. I'll leave it for now then. It might have been when... It may have just been because when I tried to change the settings on my computer just then, you know, the when I tried to change the slow mode, the fucking web browser was freezing itself. So maybe it was just that. No, I'll tell you what, I'll wiggle the wire a bit, see if that makes a difference. It might cut it off though, so if it does, I'll be back. Who knows? Maybe there's someone else online streaming something. A quick speed test, see what that says. I don't know what that'll do to the fucking stream. Right, so yeah, that's strange. My internet is still doing 27 megabit upload and 4 downloads, or the other way around, 4 uploads, 27 downloads, so who knows? Yeah, fuck knows. That's a bit less than normal. Maybe someone else is streaming something. But if it's doing it for lots of people, it's obviously from my end or something. Simon said, "Hope all the Americans in the chat had a good Thanksgiving." Yeah, good. I've got to say that to them actually myself. I think Slingshot Warrior, he might have been about the only one on yesterday. But I spoke to him on the day, on Thanksgiving Day. I spoke to him quite a bit about it because we were talking about it. Marcus said to me, "Bit of news for you on a familiar topic. I got a notification on my phone before I got one on my computer." How does that work? Very bizarre, isn't it? The one I can't get over is they send me notifications for my own premieres. So why the fuck would I need a notification? And when would I have clicked the bell to see a notification for myself? That one always cracks me up. It's bizarre. John said I did, other than screaming children. Tumbo's on, you right, mate? Tom said, "John, that's family for you. Still got Christmas to look forward to, mate." Yeah, I suppose I better do some fucking Christmas fucking shopping soon. I'm waiting until the beginning of the month. At the beginning of the month, December, I should get a bit of Amazon affiliate money. So that could go on Christmas presents. Yeah. Sabu said, "You seem a lot happier and less pensive tonight, mate." Yeah, I feel all right. I'll be honest with you, last night was a good stream. Normally, if the last stream was good, I'll be in a good mood for the next one. If the last stream there was people pissing me off, I'm a bit funny on the next one. Yeah, I think last night it just felt odd because I'd only left it 3 weeks, but it's felt like fucking forever. Yeah. Yeah, as long as that, if they've been going good, I'm sort of in a good mood. As long as I ain't been awake that long. I fell asleep watching a film, and I kept falling asleep. So I thought, oh fuck it, I'll just go to sleep for a bit. So I went to sleep for, I don't know how long it was. Simon said, yeah, good Marcus, bloody freezing here. Weapons and stuff said, just got a typical rude comment where someone asked a question but couldn't do it politely. Said the answer from me. Well, I can guess that. Also, no answer from me. So yeah, I get you. Tell you what I did get today in the post though. Liam might be interested. I don't know. Some of you might be. But I've got this on DVD, but I wanted to get a Blu-ray, so I bought that. £5. Yeah, so I'll read Liam's again. He said, just got a typical rude comment where someone asked me a question but couldn't do it politely, so no answer from me. Yeah, you know, I don't blame you, mate. Everyone's saying low. Them said withdrawal symptoms from us mad fuckers. I think so. Or overdosing. Try this again, shall we? I bloody broke it somehow. Not coming on at all now. Right, where am I? Simon says, Sheffield, mate, it's windy and chilly. Well, maybe it's working now, but I've got to put the bloody message in again. See anything? I'll have to set it up again. Well, no, it looks like it's working now. Iron Man Spartan said knife or lighter for shit hit the fan. If it was only one, I'd probably pick the lighter. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? They're both pretty useful. But see, a knife you can make something to make fire with. But a lighter you can use to make easy fire, and you can always get a stone or a bit of flint for a knife, can't you? So I bet it would be probably easier to have a lighter because you could boil water and stuff like that easier, I think. Mike Ward, right, mate? He said, right, mate, do you think if we were allowed to carry something to defend ourselves in the UK, we would see a fall in violent crime? I'd probably not in this country because of the... It would be a new thing. I think it would probably make it worse, potentially. In America, where they've had that kind of thing for so long, they're used to carrying weapons and they're used to other people carrying them. It's like the thing with the gun. A lot of people, they'll have arguments in America, but they won't just necessarily pull a gun out and shoot them. I think if you had an argument over here and you could suddenly carry a gun, you'd probably end up shooting them. I think. I don't know what other people's opinions are on that. We've had a little bit of a discussion about that, but I think it would be worse over here just because we wouldn't be used to it. It would be like sort of the Wild West days. At first, you know, and then after a while when it's been like it for so long and you're used to it. Yeah. John said to Iron Man, knife. You always go knife. Jumper Star Boost said, good movie. I heard Kurt Russell smashed up a very expensive guitar in that movie, which is supposed to be replaced with a prop. Yeah, I've read that. Yeah, but he gutted when he did that. And Quentin Tarantino. Because they said the museum won't lend them out anymore to other people. Time said knife, you can make fire with it also. Marcus said, Simon, been to Hillsborough quite a few times and all the booze between there and the town centre. John said, yep, jumbo and really damn rare. Marcus said knife as well. DJ said, why don't you have a message going across the screen? I bloody dropped it and it's broken. I think it's working now, but now that I've got it to work, it's fucking reset itself. So it takes ages to set. I might put a better thing on next time though, because you can put quite a lot on there. Not Z said to Weapons if I was hoping to see a video on the rapier of yours today. Did it? Come nice and sharp, by the way. I must about Swiss Army knife is a good kit. I'm so boost. I have a novelty knife lighter. I said, yeah, Marcus, you should check out the Meadow Hall shopping centre. It's biggest, I think. John said, my Tramontina Bowie is fairly handy. You've got to love a Bowie. Like we said before, sadly, the arguments would probably be settled with a shooting. I think pepper spray or similar should be legal here. Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Something non-lethal that is really, like pepper spray is actually non-lethal, isn't it? It's I think you'd struggle to kill someone with pepper spray, although you probably could. Like I said, we keep saying that the Trafford Centre is a dump. I hate it. Car parks are crap. I said here I tend to carry a knife. Won't pull it till someone pulls a knife or a bat or some other kind of weapon. The funny thing, when you're allowed to carry knives, there wasn't that much knife crime. But times are different now. First thing a yobbo thinks of doing in an argument is go for a blade. And then I said, razor sharp, that is sword, but you'll have to wait for a month to see the video on it as usual. Because yeah, pepper spray should be legal. Iron Man Spartan said, my white cider or strong beer. You know what? In my drinking days, when I used to drink every day, I used to change. I would have a time 6 months on white cider, 6 months on, like it'd be like white lightning or strongbow super for 6 months. Then I'd go to Tenant super for 6 months. So both for me. And that would still be the same case now. I could have both. I like them both equally. I think though I probably do prefer slightly a strong beer. Because fucking hell, that white lightning gives you a hell of a hangover, I tell you. Like the worst hangover I've ever had on Frosty Jacks, I think it's called. John said much easier to walk off pepper spray than a bullet. Exactly. Unless someone has an allergic reaction to pepper spray, it's fine. CS on the other hand, yeah. I must pass it. Liam only drinks Navy rum. Franco, right, mate? Right, caught up. Yeah, I will put my little thing back on eventually. Shall I just leave it up there saying message? People will be coming on saying, what's that message? No, I dropped it, it fucked up. Yeah, and that's reset itself. So I'm going to drop it again. I need to make a proper map for it. Webs said I had a double shot of brandy tonight, some whiskey a few nights ago, and a pint of bitter last Sunday. Yeah, you had your whiskies on one of the streams, wasn't it? It was just the end of the stream, which was me and you, wasn't it? That's packed up again, look. Double shot, but I see it. I think CS incapacitance spray, powder spray, and stun devices should be legal. I know some cattle prods are legal to own, but not carry. Yeah, this might be. This is quite old, to be honest. I've had it over. I don't know. It must be getting over 10 years. But I never used to use it. There was no real reason to use it. I'm as smart said, Liam, you're a light drinker. To be honest, he don't drink a lot, though, do you, Liam? He would. You don't. You're not a massive drinker, are you? That's a good thing sometimes. I like all drugs. I like all drugs, good in moderation. Yeah, exactly. John said cattle prod, the farm boy's favourite for pranks. John said I love a cattle prod. Yeah. Shame that broke, but it don't matter. Frozen, or is it just a fucking delay suddenly? No one's on it suddenly. I'm still on. All going quiet suddenly. I'll probably jump up now. I'm smart to Liam, you're right, damn it, lol. He's right, isn't he? Don Basabu said I can drink at least 8 pint cans for the same percentage at home, don't get pissed. But if you walk down the pub, get half cut on half a pint, same percentage. Go figure. That is strange, though, isn't it? How it can do that. I don't know if it's your fresh air and your blood pumping when you come out or whatever, or just the atmosphere. But I've noticed that, definitely. I definitely get more pissed when I'm out than I do at home. And I'll probably drink more when I'm at home. Not that I drink that much anyway. John said, my dad grew up on a farm. Favourite thing for them to do to each other was rig it up to the farm's truck ignition. So it would zap them when they started the truck. Fuck's sake. Richard said, saw a video of a chain whip. Would like one of those to finally go on the quest to kill Dracula. Cam said he's playing Red Dead at the minute. I had to go earlier. Yeah, I did a couple of hours on that. I won't tell anyone how far I am through it in case there's any spoilers for other people. Because if I tell people how far I am, people might mention that bit and then spoil it for other people. Tom said, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. Well, I was playing Red Dead Redemption, can't I? Yeah. I've still got the first one up there. I'm tempted to play that soon. Somebody said they sell the cattle prods on eBay. I think I've seen them. Just like put the cover back on the camera then. I wasn't even thinking what I was doing. Timbo said a friend went to NWA gig in London where the bouncers had cattle prods. Fuck's sake. Nunchucker. Right, mate. He said, UK Border Force prosecuted for importing a 𝐲𝐨𝐬𝐬 𝐕 assisted opening. Perhaps worth covering. The witness admitted he knew not the difference between the autos and the assisted. Pre-decided case. Yeah, surely was the knife legal then? Because if it was legal, you shouldn't get done for that, should you? Yeah, I don't know what to say at the minute about that. Maybe we have to message me the whole details and we'll talk about it. We have mentioned that quite a few times. The only thing I would say is be very, very careful what you get. If it's assisted, what is assisted opening? Like a, flipper. Yeah, that should be legal. Not that it's a flipper, but yeah. Very bizarre. Mark has said, how's the weight loss doing, Mike? I think it's sort of sticking out is at the minute. If I want to lose more, I probably have to do more exercise now or eat even more healthily. Yeah, it's sort of sticking where it is at the minute. Not losing any, but not putting any on. I'm aspirated, Mike, get an Xbox One. I ain't got the money for that. You get a PlayStation 4. Irishman said, I like the bull whips used by the Cossacks. John said, that's slightly shocking, Tumbo. CJ said, hey guys, don't forget to like the stream. Nice one, CJ. Yeah, like the stream, come on. Didn't see, I started playing World of Tanks a couple of days ago. It's pretty good for a free game. I see that quite often, but I've never looked into it. My Smart said to Tumbo, you can make them easy. Yeah, don't say no more than that there. I know someone who got, I'm going to delete that actually, but I know someone who actually got done for that. Someone says, is it worth getting special edition Red Dead or whatever, or is it cheapest? I would just go for the cheapest one. I think all them special editions do is give you a little code for a horse and a gun, but the normal one, you get a code for a horse and a gun as well, or something like that. Mike said, thanks for the answer, mate. I mean, less than lethals with the right training and criminal background checks and something like the UK license, so not just anyone can buy them. Yeah, I think it would be a good thing if it was done right and in a certain way. Yeah, potentially license would be a good way, wouldn't it? Have a license to carry an item. Tom Sabu said, not worth getting them cattle prods, although UK legal, you have no reason for having one at home. As it looks like a stun gun, you would probably most be convicted of having a class 5 firearm. Yeah, that's why things like that's not worth the bother. You don't want to risk it. Even if it is legal, half the time it's, I said, Mike, or similar, but not the same as Yukara, otherwise only airsoft kiddies would be running around with them. Tumbo and Iron Man, you know what I mean, don't you? It's just Yeah. Don't want video evidence of us saying things like that. I'm about to my favourite 80s movie, Weird Science or Breakfast Club. Out of them two, probably Breakfast Club, I think. I do like a lot of 80s movies, though. 80s everything. I like 80s music, 80s movies. They're like the good old 80s horror. They was completely different in them days. The hero was always a proper man, and he'd be about my age or a bit older. He was never a kid, the hero. And you spent the whole film wanting everyone to live. You know, nowadays, the hero will be about 20, and you're waiting for half of them to die because you hate them all. Just the way they make films now, though. Somebody said wouldn't try to make one long. Irishman said, I haven't missed a question, have I? CJ said, no problem, Mike. Irishman said, do you have to start off with a shit tank on what? Marcus said, Friday night was superb. It's a freemium game, so yes. Callum said, YouTube that prod. Found a video of a guy using one on his own hand. Only gives a little zap. Somebody said, Mike, your best 80s horror. Oh, I don't know. That is a hard question. I'm going to look up there for some of my favourite 80s horrors. I do like some of the later Friday the 13th. I do love Brain Dead. Have a look. Some of the child play films. There's a load of Stephen King ones I'd like. Oh, there'd be too many to pick, I think. Maniac Cop, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Mate, there's a hell of a lot to pick from for that for me. Stood there looking up at the fucking the Thing, yeah, it probably would be the Thing. That's what I mean, there's so many I can't bloody pick. They're not, he said, Irishman, pretty much, but you can fight other people with equal crap tank, so it's not a problem. Oh yeah, the Irish, that's the thing. See, unless I can see the films, I forget about them. Yeah, The Keep is good. I like that. Yeah. I know there's loads of 80s. I've probably got more 80s horrors than other horrors in my collection. Like I said, Salem's Lot by Stephen King, David Soul TV movie was okay, but not great. You know what? I've never read Salem's Lot, but I've seen the David Soul TV movie, but I don't own it. And there's a new one as well. They did a remake, didn't they, in like the 2000s? That was pretty good. No better than the original though. But yeah, funny enough, I don't own any of the Salem's Lots, I don't think. Yeah, my Stephen King films are up there as well. Thomas Abu said, I thought Boxing Helena was so hyped they cut the film, but wasn't all that graphic, to be honest. Helena, sorry. Yeah, I've seen that. That's all right, isn't it? It's weird. That is what's her name from Twin Peaks, isn't it? It's that one, isn't it? And there's a clue in the title of the film. Yeah, I've seen that. I watched that a couple of years ago. I thought it was all right. Don said, sorry, kind of busy moving groceries in. Boo said, Living Doll was okay. I don't think I've seen that one. Almost Mark said, Mike, pizza or burgers and fries? Probably burgers and fries, I think. Mark said, Salem's Lot is probably the best book I ever read in my life. Oh, nice. My best book I ever read is a Stephen King book, and it's the whole entire Dark Tower series. Then what he said, 1980s sci-fi, The Terminator, Aliens. That's a hard one. I think they're probably about equally as good. Probably The Terminator. Somebody's saying Aliens. But I think they're as good as each other, so that was harder for me to pick that. One man's about to stew or roast beef. Stew. Somebody said The Puppet Master 1 and 2 were good. I don't think I've seen them. I would, though. That would be on my list of films to watch. Which one is Puppet Master? I've got one. What's the fucking thing with them little troll type things? They're not trolls, but you know what I mean. The little is that Puppet Master? Where's my fucking DVD of that? What is it? I know the Ghoulies. Is it Ghoulies? Ghoulies 1 and Ghoulies 2? Ghoulies? Is that what it's called? I hated both Terminator and Aliens. Like I said, love Terminator. But they were both great, but Aliens was better for me. Oh, I've got bad fucking hell. Iron Man. I've probably seen Bad Taste about 100. No, I've honestly probably seen Bad Taste over 500 times in my life. I used to watch it every bloody day. Yeah, I love Bad Taste. Yeah, I've got that out there. Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, oh, I absolutely love Bad Taste. I'm quite a big fan of Peter Jackson's as well, especially his early stuff. There's another one, Meet the Feebles, which is like an adult version of the Muppets. But it's all sex and violence and drug taking and stuff like that. And what was I saying? No, Puppet Master is the one about the killer puppets. I don't think I've seen that then. Like I said, the kick in the ghoulies. That was how Boo said, yeah, Living Doll was a guy that had a thing for a woman selling flowers in a hospital. She died and he took her body home and they showed her progress into the decaying process. Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard of that, but I've not seen it. Like I did writing if it was a true story. And what he said to Weapons Stuff, I'm not watching that. I have a thing about stuff with puppets and dolls in them. I'm as much as Peter Jackson is a legend. He is. Yeah, some of my favourite films are Bad Taste, Brain Dead. I'll tell you another one we used to watch at the same time was The Revenge of Billy the Kid, which is on the lines of those two. Similar kind of thing. You ever seen The Revenge of Billy the Kid? When I've said they did a new Puppet Master film recently with a lot of famous people in it. Still need to watch that. Might hit buffering again. CJ said, what about Dirty Dancing? Good film. I've never seen that. I probably know after quotes though, because you know who don't. The only other thing I know about Dirty Dancing, it gets brought up a lot in Trailer Park Boys. Because they say that Julian looks like Patrick Swayze, don't they? Or something, I don't know. I'm sorry, but Terra Firma was from the 80s, was a weird movie. Yeah, that I've definitely not seen. Just Water, if anyone wondered. When I said they kept changing the law of all the Puppet Master films as well. The original, the puppets were good, but controlled by an evil magician. In the sequels, they are evil or Nazi puppets. Dumbo said, hand in your McCoys. Like I said, the first Die Hard movie was superb. You know what? I got for Christmas last year all of the Die Hards in a box set. I'll have to watch all them soon. Coming up for Christmas. I'm as Spartan said, never seen Revenge of Billy the Kid. Yeah, check it out. I think you'll like that. If you like Bad Taste in that, you'll definitely like that. It's English as well. Rumble Salbu said, probably, mate, there's been similar real life incidents. I also said, Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, I've got Maximum Overdrive on DVD. That's good. Mike Ward said, what's your favourite weapon in your collection and why? Would have been some of my brass knuckles or knuckle dusters, we'd call them. Fucking love my knuckle dusters because how rare they are and hard to get. But I don't have them now because they're going to be made illegal soon. But in what I've got now, you know what? Probably my Chinese model Type 8 success rifle in the middle there. That's quite rare. It's hard for me to decide now, though, because the ones that was my all-time favourite I've had to get rid of, sadly. I do love the little crossbow, the Horizon crossbow. I love using that. lovely to use. But then I've got then the sword, I really like that up the top there. And I do like the ones I've made, like my short sword, my D-guard short sword. It's over there in the corner. But yeah, it's harder for me to decide now because what was my real proper favourite, I don't have anymore. Once I said Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2, I like. 3 is okay after that. You know what? I've never seen any more than 1, 2, 3. Not seen any of the modern, the newer one. Ed.D said, the Rocky Horror Picture Show or the Sound of Music? I already think I know the answer. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is that the right answer? What's my answer anyway? John said, well, I've got to go cook dinner. We'll have a good one. See you later, John. Cheers for joining in, mate. DJ said, what about the Goonies? Yeah, the Goonies was good. I'm as what said the Jumbo Sabu. Is that the one where the guy has his cock cut off by his dad, put in a jar? What one's that? This something. It was a funny bit of trivia. The criminologist in Rocky Horror was originally going to be Vincent Price, who loved the show but had other filming commitments, so couldn't do it, and they got Charles Gray instead. I think I remember you mentioning that. Sabu said, I remember when Woolworths were the first shop that sold VHS tapes cheap for $9.99. As before, some VHS films cost over 90 quid. I got Predator and Die Hard, and Woolies did that. Ah, good, isn't it? I've still got loads of VHSs that I kept. I've got 2. I've got the League of Gentlemen Series 1 and 2, never been opened, and they're in like collector's boxes. They're not. I've looked on eBay. They're not worth anything, but I'll keep them. And I'll never open them. Weapon Survival, all right, Stu. Good to see you, old mate. Mean Machines on, right, mate. Marcus said to CJ, that was good. What about Stand By Me? Yeah, Stand By Me was one of my favourite films. I've watched that bloody hundreds of times as well. I think that's worth watching when you're a kid. I think any kid should, sort of teenager should watch that. Watching Stand By Me made me and my brother and our mates go for great big long walks like they do. We'd just pack a bag with some sandwiches and a 2-litre bottle of water and just walk all fucking day until it started getting dark, and then walk back through fields and stuff like that. When I said Carpenter wanted Peter Cushing to play Sam Loomis in the original Halloween, but due to the success of Star Wars, he couldn't afford him and got Donald Pleasance instead, who only did it because his daughter was a fan of Assault on Precinct 13. I'm glad Donald Pleasance was in it, though. He's really good as Sam Loomis, isn't he? When I watched Halloween the other day, I did think, oh yeah, he's fucking brilliant. He is, Donald Pleasance, and he stuck to it, didn't he? He was in all of them until he well, not all of them. No, I think he was in all of them, wasn't he? Apart from 3, obviously, but yeah, till he died. Must have been quite a bit of a bonus to get an actor like that in Halloween, because I don't think he would have. He hadn't done many films at that point, had he? I suppose. I can't think how many he'd done by then. But it would have been early on anyway, wouldn't it? Right. Number 7 boosted First Blood and Rambo First Blood Part 2 were classic 80s popcorn movies. Also, Deadly Prey. Do you know that one? Describe a little bit of Deadly Prey to me, because I think, is that a Rambo type film? Because if it is, I think I have seen some of that. And Mark watched that and he fucking loved it. Weapons and Stuff said, yeah, Carpenter later became friends with him and cast him in a lot of films, Halloween sequels, Straight from New York, Into Darkness. BJ said, what about Lethal Weapon? Yeah, you know what, I haven't watched a Lethal Weapon for years, but I did like them when I was younger. I don't think, I've not watched a Lethal Weapon as an adult or a sober adult anyway. They're not, as he said, but in TSOM, singing none gets shot. You can't get much better than that. So, just waiting for just for that bit. No, it's a brilliant 80s movie, 48 Hours. Now, that I hadn't seen since I was a kid, I don't think, or a teenager anyway. Irishman's a Space 1999 on a Blake 7. You know what? I've never seen either of them two as an adult, but I do want to watch Blake 7, especially, and to get them soon. I'm so boosted. Deadly Prey was straight to VHS and sold on Sunday market. A Rambo rip-off, but so funny when a hero hacks off a guy's arm with a machete and hits him with death with it. Oh, so yeah, I think Mount's seen that, and I've seen most of it. I think they put it on the Horror Channel occasionally, if that's the one. Mean Machine haven't been yet, Marcus, but I'm planning on going in the next couple of weeks to try a burrito. Honest, I said, might make rations for 24 hour for £5. I've got that written down. I must have said, might make. Yeah, I read that. Weapon Survival. What did you think of Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Loomis in Rob Zombie Halloween? Do you know what, Stu? I couldn't bring myself to watch that one, but I did see a clip of Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Loomis, and I thought if he was going to pick anyone else, Malcolm McDowell is definitely a good choice. Obviously, you can't get Donald Pleasance, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Malcolm McDowell, so I did think that he did suit the role and looked really good. Yeah, no, I like Malcolm McDowell a lot. So yeah, I thought that would be good, but I can't bring myself to watch the Rob Zombie Halloweens. Right, I'm going to whack this up again, sadly, for you lot. It's going too quick for me again. Dang Shot Warrior, you're right, mate. Weapons of Stead, they made a sequel called Deadliest Prey recently. I'm so boosted. Don't forget Mad Max 2. Battle Truck was a great film. Never heard of that one. Toy Soldiers, I think, yeah, I can't remember a lot about that. Marcus said, I like anything with eggs and peppers. Talking about food, didn't you? Mike said, welcome to the UK. Well, it's a shame, really, as long as it's not at your address. You won't get in shit. Irishman said, nobody thinks Space 99 was better than Blake 7. Very little was better than Blake 7 back in the day. Little Blyer, you right, mate? Liam said to Stu, I've not watched it, but I hear he's the only good thing in the movie. Callum said he was okay. Yeah, I like Malcolm McDowell a lot, and yeah, I thought I did when I saw him in that. I thought, yeah, you know, that probably would be good. Twink Shot Warrior said I'm making a new scrapper frame. Mike said, yeah, but special effects were bad. Said, Mike, you still need to watch A Boy and His Dog if you haven't already, mate. No, I've not watched that, but I've been recommending that a few times. So that's one I will get round to watching one day. I'm Man Spartan said, Mike, Clockwork Orange or Gangster Number 1? Probably Clockwork Orange, but I like both of them. But yeah, Gangster Number 1, I do like that. It's very good, and I like Malcolm McDowell in the older Malcolm McDowell in it. You know, he's older in it, isn't he? Yeah. That's a good film, that, isn't it? They both are. Clockwork Orange is fucking brilliant. That might be one I'll get on Blu-ray soon. I'll have to look through what I class as some of my favourite films, because I'm not going to buy a load of Blu-rays. There's just no point bothering. But some of my favourite films, because some films I've seen, and I'll buy them purely on DVD. I'll buy them just so I'm sort of giving money to the person who bought it. You know what I mean? Stu said to Liam, yeah, pretty much is, mate. Got some good kills at least. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Stu, I could never bring myself to watch it. Things that Warren said your stream keeps skipping. Yeah, someone else said that. Let me look, see what it says on here. It does say that it's been having a bit of problem. Your current configuration, the video's primary and backup streams have different frame rates. You need to configure the stream. But it says that, but there's no way to actually change it. It's doing it for you. So, yeah, who knows, mate? I said I had several nightmares last time, all involving work. Weirdly, it took me a while after waking up to realise it's not actually happened. Oh, last night? Ah, strange, isn't it? Like I said, the original TV Survivors from the 70s. Yeah, I've been trying to get that. Irishman said the Jack scene is brilliant. What do you take me for, a cunt? Yeah, it's good film, isn't it? I do like that. I don't know where my gangster films are, because I try to put all my, I don't do it alphabetical or anything, but I have them in categories sort of thing. So I'll have a pile of gangster films, a pile of horror movies, a pile of sci-fis, a pile of westerns, you know. Up there's all my TV shows and TV related films and some Japanese horror films. Up there's my Stephen King and zombie films. Above that is all the horrors. And in these drawers is the other stuff. War films, westerns. Then he said to Marcus, I agree, 100 times better than the remake. What one's that? Oh, the Survivors, yeah. Iron Man Smart said, Mike, warm sleeping bag and tarp or a thin blanket in a tent. Well, if I ever go out, it would be a thin blanket in a tent, I think, because that's all I've got at the minute. So, yeah, don't know whether that's a good idea, but yeah, thin blanket in a tent is my only option at the minute. I sold my other fucking sleeping bag. I need to get a good thin sleeping bag. I'll have to get one off of GearBest one day. I'll have a look. Yeah. I'm gradually getting all of the gear I need for bug out bags by getting it from reviews on GearBest. Weapons Officer shoved so much PC garbage in the Survivors remake, I couldn't watch more than one episode. I won't bother watching that then if it's that bad. I do want to watch the original though, because I actually looked for it recently, because I think me and Liam was talking about it, weren't we? And I actually looked for that probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I couldn't find no easy place to get it. Or cheap. They're not decent to Marcus, yeah, I prefer not to be given the choice. Oh, Marcus said, I'd love to be in that situation. I'd love to be in that situation in real life. I'm not about to Mike the GearBest do tents. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, that's weird, Marcus. Maybe I missed it then. Unless I did find it and decided to watch it later, but something made me think, I don't know, that's strange, isn't it? Oh, it's on YouTube. Like, yeah, I must have missed that then. Or saw it and thought, oh, I'll watch that soon then. But I definitely looked for it recently. Weapons Officer, Day of the Triffids as well. Lots of the BBC series about how society copes post shit at the fan. Was also the foundation 28 Days Later. I'm a Spartan said, I've seen some really horrific video footage from Japan. Why do they always pixelate private parts? Very bizarre, isn't it? Well, I know exactly what you mean. Yes, really weird. Slingshot Warrior said, I make good slingshots, guys. Yeah, check if you like slingshots, check out Slingshot Warrior. Yeah, there's a shout out for you, mate. Recommendation for you. Mike Ward said the temps on GearBest are no good, mate. Try minutes. Oh, the only reason I mentioned GearBest, Mike, is because I can get them. When I do reviews for them, I can get it for nothing. So yeah, it means I don't have to buy it. But yeah, I assume most of it's probably cheap stuff, you know, tents and that. Mark said 28 Days Later was superb. What about 30 Days a Night? That was brilliant. Yeah, I like that. I've seen that. Weapon Survival just showed my mum Fred's the other day. Started to notice more and more tin food around the house now. Nice. Yeah. Getting her subconsciously into prepping. Number Sabu said, I've got a tracker 2-man fishing bivvy with a winter skin, brilliant to sleep in. I'll tell you what I would probably do though. If I got a cheap tent, what I would do, I would pack that cheap tent with a very thin tarp, so that if the tent was really crap, you could at least put a tarp over it and make it waterproof if it did leak. But then you'd still have something you could shut to keep the wind out. But at the minute, I've got no option but to get stuff for free. You know, I can't buy a tent. I can't afford it. Then he said, funny thing about disaster movies, the American ones deal with the build-up and the disaster itself. The British ones deal with the aftermath. Yeah, the aftermath's probably more interesting, isn't it? I'm a smart, a great stream, must go. Talk soon, mate. All the rest. See you later, mate. Good to have you on. Lil Blight said, got to be inactive in chat. I'm trying to work. That's all right, mate. Yeah, good to know you're on. He sort of said, thanks, Mike. Yeah, you're welcome, mate. You know, I always give people a shout out. I said Fred does all three, though. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking the stand does a bit of all of them, doesn't it? Well, no, it does a tiny little bit of build up. The stand's a bit different anyway, but yeah. Stand is a fucking good book, I'll tell you that. It's a hell of a read though, because it's massive. Number Sabu, so I remember sleeping in a £7 Tesco one-man tent. It was better inside than out. Yeah, you know me, I've got no option. If I had to buy a tent, I'd end up having to buy a cheap one anyway, so I might as well get a cheap one off of 𝐊𝐴 for free, if I can. I do have a tent though, but it would always be interesting to get more. You've got like a 2-man, I don't know what it is, it seems alright. You can always repair them anyway, can't you, or put a tarp over it yourself, or... As I've said, most of the first episode of The Stand is the build-up and useless control attempts. Oh yeah, of course it is. I said, yeah, cheap tents are good news. Thinks it was a Fowler used a hammock with a tarp. Yeah, Matt slept in hammocks and tarps. To me, the thought of that doesn't seem very comfortable, but keeps you off the floor though, stops stuff getting on you. Yeah, I don't have a hammock. I have had a hammock, but I sold it to Matt. And I thought at least he'd use it. I have got a tent, and I've got various tarps, but no good lightweight tarps. What was a deck chair with tarp over it? Would that work? Yeah, that would actually work, though, really, wouldn't it? Crown Jewels hammock camp the only way. Yeah, that's what Mount does. Mount's my twin brother, 𝐡𝐸 Survival, if anyone doesn't know. Number 7 said to Marcus, I only bought it for one night's fishing. Waste of time, mate. You want to go to Santa Pod, the decent tents people leave behind is ridiculous. Nice. I have heard about that. They do. They just buy the tent, take them there, you know, in different places, and they just fucking leave it, don't they? And aren't there groups of people who get them and then take them for homeless people or something, aren't there? Irishman said army surplus stuff is always cheap. But yes, that's a good point, Irishman. Very good point. Hey, Stu just said it. Yeah, same with music festivals. That's what I was just getting at, Stu. Yeah, and I'm sure some people, there's groups that go around and get them, or it was suggested that they should go around and get them and save them for homeless people. Then he said the weapons of I was thinking the cinema release more than the TV stuff, to be honest. Marcus said, Jumbo Turbo, I've got ex-army Dutch tent, pretty good, 40 quid on eBay. Yeah, that's what I mean. eBay surplus stuff is brilliant for the price. You can get some really good fucking army surplus stuff, can't you? And it's very cheap. But my problem is I can't even afford a tenner. Weapons I've said, supposedly some of the higher end military sleeping bags are really good for extreme weather. You know, I don't think all 𝐊𝐴 stuff's crap. A lot of it's what you pay for as well. They do have some quite high end stuff on there. But, you know, as I said, if I bought a cheap tent, I would be prepared for it to leak. And I would be prepared to have stuff on me as well to make sure if it did leak, I could stop it leaking. Like I said, to me, just check Mike Survivors is on YouTube. We'll see if you know what? I either missed that completely then, Marcus, or I suspect what I probably did, I probably found it on there. I'll have to look on my bookmarks and probably thought to myself, oh, I'll have a look at that later. Let me look at my bookmarks. I quite often bookmark the pages. I find them. That's weird, Marcus. I actually have bookmarked it. I'll tell you the name of the bloke. The name of the bloke who's uploaded them is Silurian 360, innit? Yeah, I actually had that bookmarked. So I had found it, but I bookmarked it and forgot about it. Yeah. Silurian 360. That was on my bookmarks, but I've completely forgotten. Yeah. Cheers though, Marcus, anyway. When I said I have a really good Dutch, if I remember right, waterproof giant rucksack. It was good to set it up as a bug out bag, but not got around to it yet. Somebody said those tents get collected and sent to fucking migrant camps, not the homeless, mate. They get doorsteps. That's a shame, isn't it? I should have known. Yeah, don't surprise me though. Rumbo, like I said, to Weapons Off, Canadian is supposed to be the best sleeping bag. I said to Marcus, wouldn't surprise me. I imagine the Finnish ones are extremely good. Yeah, anywhere where it's going to be cold. Mike said, why don't you open a Patreon or whatever it's called, mate? Maybe some of your viewers could help you out. I'd be happy. I've got a Patreon account, Mike. Yeah, it's if you look in the description to this video, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see it. Yeah, I got about 7 supporters on there, I think. Weapons of Stuff 93 is on it. Who else is on there? Comes up on there, but it's in an angle, so you can't read it properly. Or in your country, you could probably camp in the tunnels. Yeah, if you can find them and get in them, it's a good idea. Mark said, yeah, most ex-military stuff is superior to civilian. Yeah, look in the description to this video, Mike, and you'll see it. I've got one. I lost well, I don't know if any of you that are watching from the Patreon, there's at least 3 of you who are supporters but haven't paid for months and months and months. So I don't know if you know that it's doing that. Liam, yours is all right, and I think most of the people on this stream are all right if you're doing it. But I noticed there's 3 or 4 people who it still says they're supporters, but they've not paid for ages. I think they've not updated their bank stuff. It don't matter. They may have just stopped supporting, but it just seemed weird that it still said they was Patreon supporters, but they've not paid for ages. I know Electro said his bank card got nicked. He's probably just not done it yet. Yeah, if anyone was interested in the Patreon, though, you can you get your name on that board. It shows up better on proper videos, and you do get some exclusive stuff. Right, where am I? Weapons and stuff. Marcus said, what tunnels? Weapons, I said, Marcus, not all but most. I generally buy loads of army surplus trousers, though. Some nations do really good fit cotton trousers, warm, lots of big zips and button pockets. I said, miles of tunnels underneath England. Weapons, I said, you might want to change your Patreon settings, Mike, so they are charged on the first day they sub to you on their stop time races. I'll have to look into that. Funny thing is, all of the people who were doing it have paid before, and they've been supporters for sort of 4 or 5 months, and then it suddenly stopped. So, like I said, like Electro, I know what's happening with him, but yeah, there's a couple of them who've they've donated like $50 altogether, but for 6 months it says they haven't. You know, like I said, it don't matter. They might just not want to do it anymore and just didn't know how to take their name off of it. But I think though, Liam, yeah, no, I think mine doesn't do it the first day they said, but yeah, I'll look into that. Good idea. Marcus said, Weapons Hub, I've got a few Alpha Industries coats and jackets, bloody good quality. As I said to Marcus, M65 repros are meant to be very good. I'm hoping December or January is cold enough I can test my Ukrainian winter suit. Meant to work in minus 50 to 30 degrees Celsius. Well enough. Yeah, sounds good. He said to Tumbo, it's illegal to go camping in most of the UK other than proper camping sites. Probably why the homeless don't get them. That don't surprise me, though, that the poor homeless don't get the tents. Jumble Sailboot said that Santa Pod, a young couple, were in a tent next to me. The girl was so noisy, kept me away because they were shagging. They left the tent. I was going to take it. I thought it'd be too messy. Yeah, I'd be tempted, but then not. Yeah. Mike said, oh, look now, there are loads of tunnels down here in Devon. Most have been shut because of the public safety risk, apparently. Yeah. Things that I mentioned, the old tunnels quite a bit. I can't find any around my area, though. I pretty much live on the Chiltern Hills. Yeah. As I've said, not a proper one, as I can't do until it's cold enough or burn up wearing it. But I did have a look, Slingshot. I don't know if I said, I did try and look up some, I tried to find some online maps for tunnels. But I couldn't find any in my area. But it might be because of where I live. Tumbo said, I love Army surplus, Liam. Got 3 different sleeping bags, Arctic lightweight and West German Army active service bag. He said, Marcus got a new video tonight. I'm about to Mike. One last question. Chainmail or thick leather clothing versus zombies? Probably thick leather clothing, I reckon. I always said back when I used to go hunting, I used to buy Army surplus clothes. Much better quality and cheaper than the repros. It is, isn't it? It is. Marcus said at least it had been christened then. Yeah, the tent. Fucking eyes getting funny again. Probably just staring at the screen for like an hour. Weapons, I said, fuck it. As I've been paid, I think I'll order a Soviet warm weather camo suit. Meant to be very comfy, but postage was a bit much. Like I said, I'll be checking it out, bud. Cheers. Episode boosted Marcus too right. It was, mate. Nothing worse than hearing them at it. And your missus is at home and you're on your own. You should have got your camera out. Mean Machine said, what's that Red Dead Redemption like? Like, I'm going to get to it. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. If you like Grand Theft Auto, it's as good as that. It's pretty much Grand Theft Auto Cowboys. That's what I call it. Yeah, it's really good. It's brilliant, actually. Yeah. Good story. Loads of good stuff you can do in it. And it is, it's, you know, because I've always classed as sort of cowboys are just old style gangsters anyway, aren't they? If you compare what a cowboy does and, you know, the old style cowboys do and sort of gangsters do, it's a very similar thing, really, isn't it? Somebody said, I have, mate, into the Russian camo gear. Some of it's good. Yeah, I would highly recommend Red Dead Redemption, though, mate. Marcus said, weapons up, Viralistica. I'm going to just, that's not how that word's said. In Finland, do great surplus. The rest they're like, I don't know. Sabu said, I have a Soviet jumpsuit, but only been sold from the Russian Federation at the moment, and I think you can't order from there at the moment. Same use in Red Dawn Rambo 3. Mean Machine, I'm just currently playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That ain't got any knuckle dusters in it, has it? That Assassin's Creed, has it? Because one of them Assassin's Creed uses fucking pictures that they ripped off from my blog, and the knuckle dusters are actually my designs. Secret Oil says, stick to the hills, Mike, and the rock structures if there's no tunnels. That's sort of where I live, Slingshot, on a big set of hills. But we don't seem to have a lot of that kind of stuff here. There's no mining stuff where I live. Obviously, there's hundreds of mines across the country, and they're old disused mines and that. There's caves down south. I know that. There's quite a few caves. And I've been in the caves, quite a few different caves. In fact, nearly every fucking time we go down the coast, we go in some kind of cave structure. You know, like a proper one. A tourist set of caves with a guide. Cheddar Gorge and all that's interesting. CJ said he's got tunnels where he lives. When I said, most interesting place to mess about near me is the abandoned quarry. Sometimes go there for camo tests. Yeah, I remember seeing the videos of that. Yeah, to be honest, we ain't got a lot around here now. There was a good place, which I won't say what it was because it would give away, near where I live, but that place has now been built over. What else? But yeah, there's not a lot near me now. Most of that kind of interesting kind of stuff's gone. When I was a teenager, there was a couple of houses and a shop that was derelict, but one of the houses and the shop still had everything in it. So it was fucking mental going in there. Slingshot warriors, cowboys have to live off the land. Jumper Sabu said, the best cave is your man cave, mate. Oh, I can agree with you there. And he said, the slingshot warrior, I know where there's a couple of no longer used military fallout shelters not far from me. I'll head for those. Number said, what's with the caves and tunnels? I just slingshot warrior mentioned them. I don't know if he'd been researching about tunnels or something, but he'd seen this thing about a lot of tunnels under the UK or something. So he mentioned it. But there's nothing like that near me. Or not that I know of anyway. The trouble is, most places you go over here, there's already someone there before you. Difficult to get seclusion in this bloody country anymore. Yeah, that is a good point, actually, Marcus. Yeah, someone's always already been there, or it don't take long till someone else finds it, which is a shame, really. Yeah, I'll probably watch that soon. I've seen it a couple of times. Time, go for another 45 minutes. As I said, even when I go for walks, I bump into dog walkers. Even when I drive out to somewhere that's not easily accessible. Yeah, that's it, innit? You never fucking get anywhere where there's no one there. Slingshot War said, know where your hideout spots are. That's important there. DJ said to Slingshot Warrior, I've been but can't go in security, throw you out. What's everyone doing tomorrow? Got any plans? Slingshot said, then not the best spot to retreat. Oh yeah, Liam's at work and then pub after. Sending someone a message quickly. DJ said, Mike, where did you buy the little screen? Do you know what? I bought that as a Christmas present one year. I have no idea where they got it. Don't say on it. I think I got it. I think I asked for it when I used to sleep in the day a lot and be up at night, and I used to get woke up a lot. And I was going to stick this on my door, saying something like I'm asleep or something, but I never used it for it. I've only really recently used it. Marcus said to Liam and said not to eat, that's why I'd like to live in a survivor situation. As I said, it would be nice if I had a day at work at some point when we actually are fully staffed. Bit like that at the minute, is it, Liam? Did anyone notice that I gave up on my Sunday discussion series? I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that now unless something really interesting comes up. Problem is, it's I like to have a day off of not having to do videos. I said, yeah, job itself is fine, but they cut it a bit fine with number of employees, and then when more than one person throws a sickie. I'll put that away now. They're not easy to Marcus, but think of the stench of rotten corpses and diseases being spread everywhere. As I said, 𝐊𝐿, a trader, correctly mentions in one episode that he uses a gas mask when raiding the cities for supplies. Like I said, 𝐊𝐿 wouldn't last long. Once the corpses have rotted away, it'd be fine. Well, what happens in Survivors then? I know, obviously, I know vaguely, but is it a similar situation to The Stand then? I've already drunk the fucking coffee tonight. As I said, there's a bioweapon that is accidentally released that kills nearly all humans except for those who develop an immunity to it. When it's about post-shit and fan surviving, basically. Yeah, so, yeah, pretty much same as The Stand then. Yeah, nice. It's a biological plague, mate. Recent Warrior said, this is why UK guys should have hidden rooms in your attic and basements. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's an interesting thing you say that about attics and basements. You know what, Slingshot? I don't know. I'll ask everyone in this stream now. How many people do you know and yourself have a basement? But I don't think a lot of houses over here have basements, do they? Certainly no houses in my area have basements. I just thought I'd mention that as a thing of interest, you know, not that it means anything, but yeah. I think you'd be surprised over here how many houses don't have basements. I don't know anyone in real life who has a basement in this country. But yeah, attics, obviously. But it's a more common thing in America, isn't it? I just thought I'd mention it because it's something you'd assume every house would have. But Marcus said they're a bad idea if you set fire to your house. Weapons and stuff said, I must admit a hidden room would be very cool. A few manor houses near me have priest holes. Yeah, if I ever built a house, I would have if I built my own house, I'd definitely have secret rooms in it, secret corridors, definitely. Tumbo said, watch the original 70s, not bad for the time. I'm going to watch it soon, Tumbo. Weapons and stuff said, I think one relative used to have a cellar, but not currently know anyone who has one. Weapons and said, I know no one with a basement either. Yeah, it's not very common over here. Like I said, not anymore, Mike. Got a damp and flooding problems. I think that's what it is, isn't it? DJ said, no, we haven't got a basement. Mean Machine said, I have a friend who has a basement. It's a dust trap. Slingshot said, not if they're trying to loot it, mate. He said, I don't know anyone whose house has a basement. Yeah, it's don't seem to be a thing over here as much as in America. In most houses in America seem to have basements, don't they? Marcus said, American and Canadian basements are well made with tanking and walls of dispelling water. Irishman said, I don't know any with a basement. And I think we had a coal cellar, it was quite small, and if I remember, we got into it from the garden, not the house. Yeah, we used to have my nan used to have a coal bunker, which was a fucking great big metal thing that was outside that was filled with coal. And then years later, we used to use it as a fucking shooting rest. Cellars and basements, same thing, Slingshot. Not very common over here. There probably are areas that do have them, but the majority of new houses in this country don't tend to have them. As I think it's Marcus said, no, who was it? Someone said it's probably a damp and flooding thing over here. Tumbo said, I have one friend with one, his house is over 200 years old though. Yeah. Marcus said old houses used to have cellars. Yeah. I class the basement and the cellar as the same thing anyway. I don't know if there is a difference, but I've always assumed the cellar and the basement is the same thing. I'll get a bit simpler. Very little houses have a room underneath the floor. Mark said old houses used to have cellars, pubs too. I said some old houses also had those ice houses, whatever they're called, brick or stone outhouse. They filled with ice to preserve prior to refrigerators. Jack said, anyone watched Beast in the Cellar? You know, I don't think I have, Jack. All right, by the way, good to see you on. Yeah, no, I don't think I have. If I've missed anyone's comments, just put it on again. He said, yeah, just had a thought. Maybe some corrugated iron would be a good thing to have. And you have to dig a big hole and you bug out and make a World War II Anderson cell. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Tom said, I'm watching The Warriors. Didn't know James Remar played Ajax. The Warriors is good, isn't it? They did a computer game of that as well, but I never played it. Don't know if it was any good or not. Bristol said, when I first got married, I lived in a basement flat. It was okay, done out proper, part of a 4-story house. Oh, now you say that, Bristol, yeah. I think when I worked in Windsor once, there was quite a few houses there that had basements. But yeah, there definitely are basements in this country and that, isn't there? But not that many. You know, I think if you go to a certain area, like I said, places in Windsor, these big houses in Windsor, these townhouses, they all had basements. But yeah, it just all depends where you are. He said you got camo in it with whatever foliage is around the spot. Something I recognised him and looked it up. Oh, nice, yeah. Me and Machine said I had the Warriors computer game. It was really good. That's like I said, give it a watch. It's a great old film for a boring rainy day. What was it, Beast in the Cellar, Jack? I'll write that down and have a look tonight. It might be one of them that I have seen it but didn't know it was called that. Weapons and said in the city, lots of houses have basement cellars, but not so much in the villages. Yeah, you're right there. Doing shot. It's not hard to make a hidden room. Just seal off and disguise the space in the attic or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's not difficult, but if you ain't got the stuff to do it, yeah. You know, it cost you a bit of money, but yeah, no, it wouldn't be too hard. I could probably do that here. You know. Marcus said lots of big houses in Bristol. Simon said the Warriors video game was brilliant. I played it as a kid. You sniff flash coke to heal up. And you rob shops and stuff. Oh, nice. Until psychic planning permission bastards find out. Yeah. Yeah. Bristol, lots of basement flats in my town. They have to be up to a certain standard or else they get shut down. Yeah, I did some floors, hardwood floors in a couple of basements a couple of times. Thinking about it now, but I think it's the area where it just all depends. But yeah, around my area, there wouldn't be a single house with a basement. I've said we have the airing cupboard room thing. This is house which is easy to totally disguise in a panic room type thing. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Saying that, there's probably places in mine where a chimney breast is, and either side of the chimney is gaps. You could probably block that off and make it look like nothing. It'd be quite a small room, but you could hide in it. Like I said, Cheltenham AHS has a lot of big houses. Has. AHS. Cheltenham has a lot of big houses. Yeah, I think it just all depends where you are, doesn't it? There's none around my way. But obviously it actually has a practical purpose at the moment, being an airing cupboard. But yeah, we've got an airing cupboard. You could block that off, couldn't you? Make it look like a wall. And our one's in a sort of position where you wouldn't be able to tell that there was something not right. You know what I mean? But obviously, if you went in a room and you blocked up a line across it, if you do it too big, when you walk into that room, you'll sense that it doesn't seem right. Got to be quite careful about it. If you make the hidden bit too big, it's obvious, isn't it? Right, where am I? Marcus said all divided into flats. I'm not risking it, Marcus. I suspect that was going to be leading somewhere. And the one after it. Some houses also have those walk-in wardrobes. That might be good for disguising. But yeah, I would definitely, if I built my own house, I would definitely have hidden corridors, hidden rooms, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if I had the money, obviously. If I won the lottery, I'd definitely have fucking all that. Great big fucking basement as well. Mean Machine said, yes, Marcus, they're all flats and apartments. Jack said, Nicest Knives had a cellar. He has disappeared from YouTube. Oh, you know what, Jack? I hadn't seen him on for a while, and I hadn't noticed that. I'll have to check that. Do you know he changed his name, don't you? Brew Mash, I think he calls himself now. But you should still get his subscriptions. No, yeah, now you say that, I didn't notice that. I hadn't had his fucking subs for ages. Yeah, I'll have to go on his channel and have a look. I'd noticed lately that I hadn't like barely any fucking subscriptions from anyone. Don't get none from Shed Ninja now he left. Did I ever say I got a message from him? He's all right. He just got sick of YouTube, I think. Yeah. I think I said people had hidden rooms under Nazi occupation. Yeah. Mark said great place is Cheltenham. You lived there. That mean machine. Also, apparently lots of people are hidden under stair cupboards. You just convert the door. Looks like it's not a door. Yeah, funny thing is we got one of them, but you can see it's a cupboard. Jack said, yeah, I knew he changed his name, but it's been 4 months since his last video. Ah, yeah. I just thought I'd mention the name change just in case you hadn't noticed. But yeah, now you say, yeah. Yeah, he ain't been on for ages, has he? Fucking completely overlooked that. Then Z said the weapons and stuff. My place has a walk-in wardrobe. I suppose I could use that. But I'd have to evict the Tumnus bastard first. I don't know what that is. Granted, my mate had what could have been used as a hidden room. He had white panel walls on his hallway. There were 2 doors that you push onto open. Used it as laundry room. Yeah, nice. I like bedroom rooms where they have mirrors on the ceiling so the missus can see herself having a headache. Nice one, I like that. That's like so. I do like a good joke like that if I don't expect it to be a joke, and I didn't. Fuck's sake. I didn't expect it to lead up to the headache bit anyway. What's the stream like now? Acting a bit better now, is it? So I might have to rewatch it, but I don't know if I can be bothered to have a look. It don't matter. I think we only get about 10 people rewatching these afterwards anyway. most of the people who rewatch it are the ones who would have joined in the first place, which is only about 10 of us anyway. So. Have you all been liking the stream? Who's on at the minute anyway? If you are, say I'm here for me, because the only thing I say, when I look on the participants bit, it says there's CJ, Marcus, Slingshot, Weapons and stuff, and Z not Z. That's it. I suspect there's always more than that. Weapons stuff have been fine for quite a while now. Actually, you don't have to say if you're on or not. Marcus said, I would have a secret room. Too easy to block you in or set fire to the house. Best way to go. Get into the woods like the movie Defiance. Yeah. Jack said, my mate had a cellar and he was spooked out of it. He felt like someone was stood behind him. He sold the house after that. He shit himself. That does sound quite freaky though, doesn't it? You know, if you kept feeling something like that, I wouldn't blame someone for not wanting to live there, but yeah. Strange, isn't it, these things that go on like that? Once I've said, I've seen some houses where I suspect you could hide a crawl space between the ground and the first floor. It's a really long staircase, but the ceilings and floors don't match up to the height wise. Oh, nice, yeah. I suppose you could probably do that yourself as well. In some of these houses where they have really fucking high ceilings, you could probably put a false thing in there that would be big enough to crawl about in. DJ said he's here. Bristol said he's here. Zed said Tumnus is an irritating fawn character from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Weird thing is, I thought I recognised it, but I wasn't sure if it was a spelling mistake. E-Machine said, Marcus, my uncle owns a flat. There is an old Georgian-looking building. He lives in Oxford now. Slingshot Warrior said, sometimes it doesn't always come to cost. It's just being creative. Yeah. Someone has to get the wood, though, don't they, to make these walls? As I said, in one house I stayed on holiday as a rental, the ceilings were about 8 foot, but the staircase was really long and high, and a massive space between the ground and first floor evident from the windows. It's a good point. Yeah, you probably have noticed something there then. I think it's a barn conversion, which might explain why. Yeah, it could be. Martin Meme Machine company I used to work for sent us on a training course at Cheltenham. All expenses paid. Live like a king. Now Donna's here. Yeah, that's why I asked Donna, because sometimes it I suspect there's more people on than it says is on. It's weird how it does that. Yeah, if you look on I can look on the participants thing. I think you lot can as well. Yeah, all it says is on is CJ, Marcus, Slingshot, Weapons and stuff, and Z not Z. But then saying that, actually, if I go on to the actual Hangouts bit, it then says there's 18 viewers. So there's 18 people watching. Yeah, I was just going to say, Marcus, yeah. Yeah. The participant, Irishman said, a woman. CJ's sister, by the way, Donna. Marcus, it says 18 watching. Yeah, strange that does that. On the participant, well, maybe it's the participants of the chat then. Yeah. Yeah, Liam's just said, yeah. Might be if you haven't commented in a while, you disappear from the participants. Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably all it is. Marcus, the centre woman, lol. That's why we don't have no women in here, because you lot scare them off. Certainly ain't me. Weapon stuff said, might be. I've read that one, didn't I? Slingshot was said, look up secret passages of World War II. Exodus, a full moon. I wonder what I felt like starting trouble. Yeah, it does that to you, don't it? The moon definitely. I believe that is. Well, it is a true phenomenon, isn't it? But yeah, it's weird. that it does it. Some people suspect it might because of the water, you know, because you know the moon affects the tides. Some people reckon it might affect the water in your body that makes you go weird on a full moon. Mean Machine says, Slingshot Warrior, there's lots of World War II passages where I live. Never check them out, though. Tumblr says 22 on mine. Well, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Marcus said, that's true. Full moons and send people leave me. They mention it quite a lot on the radio. When you do a radio show, Ian Lee mentions it a lot. He says, and Clive Ball used to say it on LBC, when it's a full moon, all of the callers you get are fucking mental. Exit said always has done to me. I'll have to look back when I was a drinker and see if all of the nights we got in really bad trouble was full moons. Yeah, lunatic, exactly, Liam. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Well, Frog, you right, mate? He said, hi, mate. That card has made all his videos private. I won't bother with it any further. And we got Hitman 2 today. Used bike for the first time this morning. Not too rainy. All over, good day. Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah. CJ said, Marcus, I am WP. Marcus said, police and A&E are always puzzled out on full moons. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird how, you know, but it is a real phenomenon. They can't really explain it, but it's bizarre. Donna's laughing. What's the time? I'll be on till 11:30. Exit said, is that what a lunatic is? Of course, yeah. Woke up in the cells enough times just to find out it was a full moon. You know what? I never registered it when I was younger, but I bet when I look back, the worst times probably was full moons. British full moons bring out the mother-in-laws on their broomsticks. Marcus had pulled out. Oh, always pulled out on full moon, yeah. What you were saying, something else then. Simon said, what's best to get first, Red Dead 2 or Hitman? I would say not Hitman, I would say Red Dead 2, but I've not played Hitman, that's what I was going to say, so I don't know. But Red Dead, you'll be able to play it for quite a while. You should be able to play Red Dead Redemption for at least a month or more easily. Just doing the story if you take your time. Jack Strike said, there are charts on moon phases and how it affects your mood. Oh, no, I have to look them up, Jack. But I know it is a real phenomenon, but can't really, no one's ever explained why, have they? Slingshot Warrior said, werewolf legend originated in England. Marcus said, yeah, but your channel, you channel it well, mate. What to see, Joe? Wolfrog said, Simon, Red Dead Redemption 2 Hitman I've only played a bit, but seems as good as first one. I don't see the Bristol Law. I once gave a girl a bumper sticker with my car. Other car is my broom. It didn't go down well, I can tell you. I said, another great movie, American Werewolf in London. Yeah, that is good. I do like that. You know what? I don't know if I've ever got that on DVD yet, though. But no, that's a proper classic, that is. I've watched that many times. I think we mentioned that last night, didn't we? Or the other night. We were talking about pubs yesterday. Yeah. That is good, though, isn't it, Marcus? I have to watch that again soon. See you later, Jack. It's good to see you on for a bit, mate. Might have a video on tomorrow. I don't know. I'll watch your you did a end of the weekend video, didn't you, or something? End of the week video. I'll watch that later. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I'll be on for another 15 minutes. I have to stop then, otherwise I'll start waking people up. Well, not waking them up, but they're going to bed. You know what I mean? Tom said, yeah, might get Red Dead 2 first. No spoilers, but is the hunting good? I enjoy hunting. Yes, it's better than the first one, mate, Simon. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. It's as good as the first one, but better. There's a bit more features. But yeah, if you like the hunting in the first one, it's better. Simon said, Weapon and Stuff said, the idea of hidden rooms I find quite creepy for some reason. Probably a similar thing to what Kubrick did in The Shining. with the nonsensical set layout. Yeah, it's quite a strange thing. Now you've said The Shining, I'm going to have to fucking watch that now. I do fucking love The Shining. Might have to get that on Blu-ray. That'd be good on Blu-ray. What I need to sort out, I need to get some fucking something for the fucking surround sound. I can watch films all right, but I've got no way of listening to them in a decent way, if you know what I mean. Then he said there's a mental illness called lycanthropy. I know you say it a bit different than that. It makes people believe they're wolves. No doubt where the myth originated. Yeah, probably is, isn't it? Mark said, well, himself, have you seen the videos on YouTube about 𝐿𝐴 Strange Guy? Rolf said, I haven't watched your latest video, Jack. I'll watch it when this is over. Yeah, I'll probably go over and watch it then as well, Paul. Tom said, it sounds good. I look forward to it. And I can watch you live. Yeah, it's good. It's well worth watching. Not watching, buying. I read that. And the hunting's great. I recommend, though, if you don't watch my live stream of it, because there'll be spoilers for you. So, yeah. That's the only thing at the minute I don't want to say, but I would recommend not watching my live stream of Red Dead Redemption because there'll definitely be spoilers in it for you. As I've said, I got it on Blu-ray, bought the Kubrick box set last year on Black Friday. It was 30 quid or less. Can't remember the exact price for a lot of his films. Bishop said, did you check out the Crossman 600, Mike? I wish you could do a review on it. If you ever make me told loan you mine. Oh, cheers, Bristol. I'll have a look that up. What was it? Crossman 600. Donna's going. See you later, Donna. Good to have you on. I don't know what you thought of us, but cheers for joining. Right, what was I looking at? Crossman 600. Right, where am I? Yeah, I find him very interesting. Also, the conspiracies involving his death and eyes wide shut. Oh, nice. That's a nice old gun, isn't it? Yeah. Bit like the old Webleys in a way, isn't it? Is it side lever or something? Can't tell from this picture. I know it's the bolt. It's like a bolt in it. I think I have looked that up. DJ saying, see you later to sister. Things like horror movies were better in the 80s. I totally agree with that. Paul Frosted, I'm out on the stream anytime soon. I'll think about it. Slingshot said, but hidden rooms can hide are things you want to hide. Michael said, I've got a really decent air pistol. I've got to get a decent air pistol. Yeah, I'll tell you what I want to get. I think there's an SMK one. I can't remember what it's called, but CD said his sister loved it. Like, that's good. Yeah, I never know what women think of these streams because it is quite male orientated, but you know, we're just having a laugh, aren't we? So as long as we're not getting too much of the when it gets a bit jokey, you know, I don't need to say it anymore. But yeah, right, where am I? There's an SMK pistol that's £5'9" or something, or £5'5" or £6 and it's about 100 quid. I want to get that. It's break barrel. When was I said, what if someone else lived in your hidden room? Yeah, exactly. 𝐿𝐴𝐧 said, part 1, we had an incident with a fellow who had lycanthropy, and the plod arrested someone they thought was on drugs because he was crouching in an alleyway making funny noises. Wolfwalk said dogs probably could find the hidden room. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Once I said there's some stories of people living in attics without them knowing and coming out when they're at work. I've seen some stuff like that. Let me have a look, see if I've got it bookmarked quickly, Marcus, because I sometimes have. I don't know how. Hang on. I'll have a look. I think it's called the XS32. It looks like it. This one says it's 4 to 5 foot-pounds, but a 5 foot-pound break barrel pistol is fucking good. I think that's it anyway. But yeah, if you put in SMK break barrel, you'll find something. But yeah, Stu, that thing about people living in attics and secret rooms, I've seen some stuff about that. Very bizarre. Noticed their food was going missing, so they set up or the landlord said, "Don't ever go in that door." And then they noticed their food was going missing out their fridge. Set a camera up, and they noticed people coming out of the fucking cupboard at night. Sometimes a sort of like the old gothic horror of the deformed mental family member hidden in the secret room. Yeah. Like I said, I'll check out the SMK out. Yeah, Wemsoff said that happened in Japan, apparently. The funny thing is, that's exactly who I could picture it was, Japanese. Palm said, "Night all, been a good stream. Gonna go drink some Captain Morgan and watch some Trailer Park Boys." Nice. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, Simon. See you later, mate. Wemsoff said, "Can't open my attic from the inside at least." Wolfhawk said, "Police will find it in the end." Yeah, see you later, Simon. Good night, mate. Then he said, part 2, they put him in a car, but he wouldn't get out. He just curled up and whimpered, so they got a bit rough with him, which was a mistake. Like I said, another great film, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Is that the one with Michael Caine and Steve Martin? That was on telly recently, I think. And look, he said, part 3, he took the 2 of them out in seconds and started chewing on one of them's arms. Took 6 of them to subdue him in the end. In the end, that sent him to the nut house, of course. Oh, fuck's sake. That's bizarre, though, isn't it? Irishman, I suffer from lycanthropy. But I'm all right now. Well, I said, yes, mate. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that properly, though, but it was on in the day recently. On a Saturday or something, Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. Uh, 6 more minutes. I might have a video on tomorrow, I don't know. I have a think. I do like Sundays to be my total day of rest from YouTube. Being shot, so it's better to know where your hidden room is than someone else. I said, might do a webcam stream Monday, see if it attracts more viewers than video game streams. Be prepared to get all the guns and swords out. Yeah, let me know the time if you do, Liam, I'll definitely join that. That'd be interesting to see how that goes. Because it is quite bizarre, isn't it, that some do get a lot more than others, and it's hard to tell what it is, if it's because they're not being sent out, or is it because of what the content is. Yeah, just brace yourself for it, and then it won't, if you know it's just a one-off, it won't bother you so much. CJ, see you later, mate. Eric Outdoors has just joined, but we're just going off in 5 minutes. Sorry, mate. Good to see you on, though. He said, how's it doing? I'll drop in and say hello again. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Marcus said I watch more YouTube than TV. I think I do now. And I said, I'll Twitter you it, but I'll probably be in the evening at some point. What said, is that D2 guns off a gear burst? I want to make an account on there. I don't know how it compares to Amazon, eBay for non-knife items. Yeah, that was off of GearBest. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure, Bullfrog, that you can go on there and just buy it through PayPal, not really have to make an account as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure, but I have noticed recently that when I went on, the thing is, I don't actually buy from GearBest, do I? I get most of the stuff sent for nothing. I don't actually buy anything, but I did buy a memory card, and I've noticed there's a PayPal bit on some of the stuff. It has a thing where you can just buy it straight away on PayPal. Saying that the things I've looked, yeah. There's a lightning thing. Some of the stuff has a PayPal thing where you can buy it. Probably just click that and it'll probably just do it through PayPal, like your address and that. But I'm not 100% sure because I've not ever done it. Not using PayPal, all right, yeah. No, I just thought I'd say because I know people, it can be quite a quick way to do it. When I said I might show the rapier on that stream if anyone's interested. Yeah, have it ready. If I remember, I'll ask. I'll request it. You know, I'll probably fucking forget. Chris said the Ganzo's on a special discount at the moment. Get on there then. Mean Machine, yeah, weapons off rapier sounds good. I don't need weapons off. Can you show us a gun? Can you show us the crossbow? Can you show us a sword? What's your favourite gas mask? Do you ever want to live in America? I know a lot of them. What's your favourite gun? What's that gun on the wall? You said that, didn't you? You like the slingshot? Good drive you on, mate. Good night. Well, it's not night to you, is it? It's not to us, so. As I've said, might put them out so they're obvious so people will ask. Yeah, because if it's just a one-off, it's not so much of a bother, is it? While you're in the army, yeah. If you know that it's just a one-off, you don't mind it so much, do you? I can understand totally what a fucking bore it must get every fucking time. Well, I know because I've got my own things I don't want to keep talking about. You know what I mean? Luckily, most of the time, no one asks to get stuff down. It tends to only be someone new to the stream asks now. Yeah, well, I don't mind. It's just I have said no once or twice, but the majority of the time I will just get stuff down and show people because for me it's not very common. Like you'll get it 15 times in one stream, won't you? You're off as well, CJ. Did you say you was going, CJ? Sorry, CJ. See you later, mate. Well, I don't think I'd bother with the torches. I have high feedback score on eBay GearBest as knives, though, which I may get. Nice. Yeah. I must admit, GearBest is good for some of the more random stuff that you can't get other places, and it does seem cheaper. You can get the Ganzos from GearBest cheaper than you can blades and bows. He said weapons stuff is that Mike gets those questions a lot. It's just that Mike gets those questions a lot, but he never say which gun, etc. Yeah, exactly. When I was in mine, you can get something down near the start of the stream. A bit later, it gets requested again. Yeah. I only get it very rarely, and like I said, if it's someone who hasn't been on before, they may ask. But I think you get a lot more. It gets a lot more viewers anyway, and a lot more sort of people you wouldn't know. I don't think there's been a single name. Yeah, the only names that came on tonight that we didn't know was trolls. So everyone tonight has all been people, all of us regulars, isn't it? So yeah. Do you like Bullfrog? Good to have you on, mate. Like I said, I only buy Ganzos and San Renmus now. Yeah, both really good knife makers, aren't they, for what they are? See you like you off as well, Stu. Yeah, that's it anyway now. So yeah, I'll wrap it up now. So I might do a video tomorrow, but I don't know. I've got some pumpkins I've got to shoot or do something. I don't know if I'll do that on the weekend though. I prefer when no one's in. But I might, if I'm bored, I might do a video tomorrow. If not, it'll just be back to Monday, you know, normal videos. Yeah. All right. Tell you what I'll do. I'll quickly change the fucking thing to nothing. Slow mode's off. Get as many comments as you can in a minute. Yeah. Cheers, Liam. I'll see you on yours tomorrow. See you later, Bristol. See you later, Marcus, CJ, Bullfrog, then not Z, Stu. Yeah. I'm contemplating doing a random. No, I won't. I was going to say random live stream tomorrow, but in the day. But no, I probably won't. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. That's been another really good stream. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'll see you next Friday, normal time. Might do a random, if I get bored, some point I might do a random Q&A stream. But some of you got to remember that it's purely questions though, with a 1 minute delay. So it's yeah, and deleting chatting comments. So I know some of you don't enjoy them, but yeah. All right. See you later, Meme Machine. See you later, everyone. Cheers for watching. Good night.